Welcome, beloved Sangha, to a question and answer session this Sunday afternoon with our Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We've had a lot of questions come in, so we thought we would deviate from the meditation schedule and have our Khenpo Tenzin offer us some wisdom about your questions. We will begin today in the Yellow Garchen Buddhist Institute prayer book on page 4 and page 5 with opening prayers. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Pamoja bajawan dogongba kaju lama nanje da chonje danandana tsara tamje da lama lopu la ye jisozong losum yongdin jamzu nga la wan dende donjin de begele zor dage lo chuson ro warsinje labdosor chu lamdan ro warsinje labdosor lan chova se warsinje labdosor chova yishi san cha warsinje labdosor Tangi Tenzin Rewan Jong Gapa Me Ba Je Me Ba Chi Ba Me Ba Ta Me Ba Wa Me Ba Ro Me Tade Don Me Tun Je Me Zhuba Nye She She Den Ba Zu Ba San Je Ma Nan Je Dang Ba De La Shan Za Er Du Tenzin Za Wa La Ma Chi Je Gu Song Du Je Si Lan Da 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 Ge Ju Lan Be De Da Ge De Ma Da Sim Ji Je Tu Ja Jin Bon Zhe Pra Sin Je La Du So. Yes.
Okay, we begin with question number 1, Khenpo La. Khenpo, how important is it to have a teacher or a guru that you can meet face-to-face with and to whom you can ask questions? If your guru doesn't know you, how can they suggest things for you to work on or teachings to read that will help you on your path to enlightenment?
Oh, yeah. Actually, the guru is how important. It is extremely important because if you are a new practitioner, new or beginner practitioner, then you must need spiritual master, and also if you are a long-time practitioner, I mean you have a great experience about Dharma, but still you need guru because during the practice, for instance, during the meditation, then there is a enhanced practice and remove obstacles. So there are two things. One, for improving your realization, and other method is to remove your obstacles during the meditation. Even you're nothing to do physically, but you meditate, for instance, you meditate Mahamudara, but still there are there is occurring some obstacles. That's where you should remove them through Guru's path instructions. Then, for example, if you don't have other obstacles, but you gain realization as moonlight, but your realization should be increased like the sun's ray. So that's why Guru is very important. When we meditate, there are different layers of realizations or different methods. For example, you should focus on your subject, like raising up the Garudas, or sometimes there is another example is like a ocean without waves, and sometimes there is the sun and moon without clouds. Sometimes there is a water pouring into water, and sometimes the bird there is like a birds fly in the space without footprint. So kind of these things are invisible. The examples are visibles, but the real experiences are not visible in front of our five senses, but they are visible in front of our spiritual wisdom. So then how to progress through those examples? Then it is related Guru. So Guru is very important. Without Guru, then we become meditators, become practical Buddhas. Practical Buddha, we call Buddha them because they do wonderfully, but they are not accomplished successfully. So that's where they are not complete Buddha. So Guru is very important. And then second, to see face to face. This is also, actually this is very important because sometimes I think it is related to our karma and merit. If we have a great merit, and then we see Guru face to face, and we can see quality of Guru's action, speaking, and mind. We can figure them out clearly, and our devotion spontaneously arise, increase like waxing moon. This is the very much related to our merit. I often emphasize we need merit. That is some reason. Also, we receive many teachings and path instructions when we see Guru. So that means we are quickly increase our realizations. So that's where to see Guru face to face is very important. But the sometimes stay little far away from Guru is also good thing, because sometimes we see many mistakes on the Guru's action, speaking, and mental attitudes. It does not mean Guru has some these faults, but because we have less merit, and then we see, for example, right now our human being, we see water is just water. Our merit is that level. But gods, they see water is nectar, real nectar. Water is real nectar, amrita. But they see it, they can see it. But we can see water. Still, there are pure water and impure water. But in hunger ghost, beings of hunger ghost realm, and they see water is pulse and blood. So that's where it related to their merit, you know. So, but at least first you must follow Guru. This is extremely important. Yeah, that's how.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, is there a difference between the mind and consciousness and life force? The more I read about the mind, the more confused I become. Some teachings use mind and consciousness synonymously, while others seem to make distinction between mind and consciousness. And the same applies to life force.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wonderful questions. Actually, listeners, Dharma friends, please you focus more these questions. The questions are, it's really amazing. That's where I try to lead these questions into the teaching. So we gain great merit together. I cannot ask like these wonderful questions. I cannot make like these questions. So your Dharma brothers and sisters ask us so wonderful questions. So my answers, I don't know you will satisfy with them or not, but questions, sometimes you can answer these questions from your mind, you know. That means that is also so great. So yes, first we have to explain about what is the mind, what is the consciousness, what is the life force. So they are different. So actually mind, especially in the Dzogpa Jimbo, mind and awareness, they clearly divide. In the Mahamudra terms, mind and essence of mind, they are bring together often. But the main thing is Mahamudra and Dzogpa Jimbo, they have no difference. There is no difference between them. It's also in Madhyamaka and Panjana Parimita. They all mentioned about the mind. So they have no more differences. So first, what is the mind? What is mind? If I divide mind and awareness separately, then mind is karmic wind is like a blind stallion, and awareness is like armless and legless raider. When the two combining, we call it mind. So we get mind through this way. Then consciousness. Consciousness is actually grossly of mind. Grossly of mind. So grossly of mind means consciousness always project outside through our ears and eyes and nose and tongue and body. It's always focused. So in Tibetan, consciousness means nam shi. Nam means Nam means these outer things, for example, color, shape, and the sound, taste. We call that part are nam. Nam. Shi means actually understanding. Nam shi. So actually this is a level. Actually mind, consciousness, life force, same. It come to the same. But still we label different names because namshi means, or consciousness means it see more grossly things, understand. But it could not understand vividly, clearly, especially it cannot understand the essence of those things. Essence means the real essence. For instance, the body, consciousness of a body could be or can understand the essence of fire, which means in this term, essence of fire means what is the essence of fire? Or burning, hot. But in other case, essence of fire means emptiness, yeah? So consciousness cannot understand essence of fire. Emptiness of fire. But consciousness can understand the nature of fire, which is hot, burning. So if our hand touch a fire, it burns. We know that. So the consciousness is actually like a monkey on the tree. Or some monkey are probably very relaxing, kind of crazy monkeys. They not stay on the one branch, goes up, down, it goes everywhere. That's where our consciousness is for. Consciousness project through the our five senses, project outside. So it goes up, down, everywhere it goes. So through this way we call as consciousness. Usually we say unconsciousness. If I fall down from the roof of a house on the ground and I become unconsciousness, which means I cannot speak, I cannot see, I cannot hear. But still I have a mind in my body. Unconsciousness means I'm not die, but still I can't work with these five senses. That's where consciousness means actually the mind which sees outer things. That part we call consciousness. Life force, this is a little complicated. This is in the ritual. In Tibet, have some ritual practice. Particularly, it is related about life force. For example, someone gets sick for a long time, and then they ask some lamas, and they say you should practice about those ritual. And there we make some butter horse. And put it, someone butter sheep, I think it's different, and then put in the water and then practice ritual. They have some sign or something. However, life force means obviously somebody can take away it. When your life force goes down, then you have many unfortunate things occurs many unfortunate things. Easily get sick. Easily affected by obstacles. But that is one way, just I mentioned. But life force, in other case, is quite complicated. But in the Zoba Chembo, they also clearly mentioned about life force, pretty much clearly mentioned clearly. So it's a part of the inner warmth and inner winds combined. That part we call life force. This life force can can hold, support your mind and consciousness. But however, as you mentioned, sometimes they are similar, sometimes different. So yes, they are different because of like this way, how we explain in differently. But sometimes it's the same. They are same. That is right. They are same. Life force, consciousness. When one dies, at that time your consciousness left your body, this body. At that time you don't have life force. At that time you don't have mind. So you think, why? You and I mean, in the relative truth, we are different. We are different, not same. That's why if you travel to different countries, I'm still stay here. But consciousness left the body, and then life force and the mind, they also left the body. That means they are same essence. So the example is like a water liquid, and then more than liquid, they are very tiny. I don't know what it's called. Kind of weight, WET, weight, yeah, weight, water liquid, yeah. They similarly them. So consciousness, mind, and those things. So, however, yeah, your question is that, yeah? What is it?
Yeah, the question being just being confused about what the mind is, because sometimes the teachings use these terms very loosely. Similarly, when one is talking about a mind, they might be saying, you know, the consciousness and the life force and how it relates just gets very jumbled depending on who is teaching.
Right. So, however, now we are going to more focus on mind. If you understand well about mind, and then consciousness, life force are also you can understand very well. For example, Milarepa said, I'm not seeing consciousness, but I'm seeing awareness or paramount wisdom. So, in the ultimate level, the consciousness and paramount wisdom, they are same, no different. In the relative form, especially the way of your question, then we have to answer separately for make sense. But there are no contradictions, because when they mentioned their kind of mind, consciousness, and their life force, they are same. That means Milarepa says, I'm not seeing consciousness, but I'm seeing paramount wisdom. That means Milarepa see his mind. Milarepa saw his mind. So whenever you understanding means actually experientially understand. If you experientially understand your paramount wisdom, then you understand your mind. Beside that, you have nothing to understand. I mean, however, beyond the mind, there is nothing. So that's where first we more focus on the mind, and then we try to understand how does it work. And after we understand how does it how it is working, and then we try to relax. Right now we don't know how to relax. This is our problem. We have hope, wish to relax, to be relaxed, but we could not. That means we become familiar with the busy thoughts, and we have less experience to relax in the natural state of mind. That's why we cannot challenge to our busy thoughts. But our natural state of mind is inherently peace, relax. So we should go back on there. That's where meditation means we repeat something. Actually, from Buddha to our mothers and human beings, all of them are meditators. But differences are Buddha meditated or meditate. I think present is Buddha meditated on natural state of mind, and mothers and human beings meditate on 5 afflictive emotions. So Buddha act with compassion, bodhicitta, and paramoja wisdom. Our mother beings act with anger, jealousy, attachment. And Buddha experience happiness, joy, and mother beings experience sufferings, obstacles. So differences are that. So both doing something. Doing something means meditate. Both Buddhas meditate and mothers and human beings meditate. So it's different. Their meditation, they meditate in different ways. So that's why now, fortunately, we have great karma. We have a great karma that we have a great opportunity to meditate, same as Buddha did. And the same is as Buddha is doing. So that's where now we understand, or if we practice, meditate on the natural state of mind, then we can liberate from samsara. So we understand that. So we keep going day by day, and then one day we will become Buddha.
Thank you so much, Khenpo.
Yeah.
Going further into understanding the mind, Khenpo, the question is, when meditating, I can be aware of my body and my breathing and my thoughts flowing past, and I can recite mantra all at the same time. I am conscious of all these things. Then I often move into a spaciousness, or it feels like there's a spaciousness where there's deep blue endless space with no boundaries, and at times there appears to be an unfathomable depth in my meditation, and however, at other times, there seems to be no depth. So the question is, are there layers to the mind?
Mm-hmm. Yes, especially, I answer it. My answer is yes, especially in the relative truth. Our mind has many layers. Many layers. That is how much combined with bodhicitta and how much combined with self-grasping or egoistic mind. If our mind combined, one's mind combined with the egoistic mind, and then that mind only takes care one's body and one's position, and then it cannot see other things. because it's closed all the windows, doors. That's where then egoistic mind is like a throne. So then there are many kind of painful experiences, many sufferings. But still that, that person still can eat, can drink, can talk. But zero idea how to remove suffering. Still create more sufferings. So this is a kind of a very baby mind. It's very first layer. Then middling is a lower level. Lower level. Middling level of mind is sometimes of course think oneself. That is still that means still in beings of samsara. So, but think more for others. Think more on bodhicitta. They love in bodhicitta. They love in compassion. Even they heard the compassion and the bodhicitta, they love. So now we all, when our favorite vocabulary is bodhicitta, yeah? Our favorite vocabulary is compassion. We all love compassion and bodhicitta, yeah? That means we are waking up. So then think more others. This is middling means sometimes think oneself and most of the time or sometimes think others. Try to create many benefit for others. Yeah. So then these people have less suffering. These people have more obstacles, but these obstacles can transform into cause of happiness. These obstacles transform into improve one's good qualities. And so there is English kind of unfortunate situation transform into fortune. Yeah. So then that is a middle one. And then highest capacity or highest level of mind is who 24 hours remain in the nature state of mind. But one comes back from nature state of mind. At that time, project outside. Still, these people can see the house, trees, mountains, rivers, but they can see them as illusory things, deluded things. So then these outer things cannot affect. So always they are on the great meditation. So this is the highest. When they sometimes they see this deluded, they appear in their mind appears deluded things. They understand they are illusion or delusion, and then they focus on other beings. They spontaneously generate compassion, bodhicitta. However, they are inseparable with the 6 perfections. So it says whether they sit happy, they are working. When they are working, they work happy, work happy. So, however, so there are different layers. Grossly, how layers are like that.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, what causes emotions? I always have thought that the emotions that I have were caused by a thought, but sometimes the emotion seems to come before the thought, like an instant association, although I guess the association is a thought anyway.
The main cause is ignorance. Ignorance. Ignorance, Tibetan, what meaning of ignorance? Marikpa. Ma means, I don't know what it's called, I forget that. However, usually ma means mother, yeah? But in this case, Marikpa means opposite of knowing something. So we cannot see, we cannot know. So that's why emotion means the main cause is ignorance. And then from ignorance, egoistic mind arises. Egoistic mind arises from ignorance. Then egoistic mind has some supports which are anger, attachment, and so these 5 afflictive emotions, and then 20 branches of them, and then there are total 80 afflictive emotions. According to the angry emotion, there are 33, attachment 40, and ignorance has 7. But then if we mention more, there are 84,000 of afflictive emotions. So there are lots of numbers of emotions. So they all comes from ignorance. And then they comes from ignorance, and then they, combine with ordinary winds, karmic winds, and ordinary channels. That's why then our mind is become like a waterfall. Actually, waterfall is a favorite thing for me. I like waterfall, but just I bring it for example. Yeah. So then they are more noisy, and sometimes these big rivers carry away many things. Yeah, and impure water and something like that. So emotion means like waves. However, waves of ocean. So that means inside of that ocean has something that is in the ocean has nothing, then there is no wave. I think ocean's wave comes from wind blow, and sometimes I heard the moon bring up some waves from ocean. So thus way these conditions comes together, and then the way ocean's wave comes. Similarly, when we have ignorance, grasping, and these emotions, then we have afflictive emotions, then this emotion arises.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, are the 3 lower realms, so the 3 lower realms that there are, the hell, hungry ghosts, and the animal realms, are they to be taken literally or figuratively? I have heard and I have read teachings where it is said that they are real and that you can easily be born in one of these lower realms in future lives. But I have also read teachings where it is said that they are manifestations of our mind, and that they are places where our mind takes us in this life. So if nirvana and samsara are both manifestations of our mind, are the 3 lower realms also created in our mind?
Great. You read very well, very well. That's so great. So then you can ask these wonderful questions. So, 3 lower realms. I'm on the same page. Sometimes in these books mentioned, there's something. Sometimes in the book there's only mind. And then you bring wonderfully this information collected. The samsara and nirvana made by mind. They are mind. So actually, if I say this tree is our mind, and samsara and nirvana are our mind, it's a same sentence. I'm saying same thing, but there are little different understanding. Nirvana and samsara are same. At that moment, your experience is higher. If this is not your experience, still your how to say, your wisdom is great. Great wisdom bring these things. So samsara and nirvana are same. At that moment, actually, we are talking about forms of Mahamudara and Zopa Chimbo, Madhemaka, so forth. So, my answer is three lower realms are in the relative truth. Three lower realms are truly exist in different locations. If you focus more Abhidharma Kosha text, it mentioned very clearly where are them. But these our flash eyes cannot see usually the hell realm and hunger gods realm and animal realm. But we see the beings of them. But do they exist or non-exist? They are existing. We have proof. These proofs are, where are these proofs? In this world, in this human realm. In this world, I don't know how many countries, over 100 or something. Different country has different sign of different realms. If right now we mention that, is then pretty not good. It's like it's a little bit including criticize. Otherwise, some countries are quite similar God's realm. Some countries are quite related, similar the demigods realm. And then human realm is, of course, we experience, and then some countries are lower realm, and so forth. But not only countries, okay? Different people has different sign. For example, this morning we practice fire puja. We call Disi Jangcho practice. So in there has Rinpoche burned some mantras. Do you notice? By the incense, he burned some mantras, which means he burned the imprint of these 6 realms. So those are we have through our channels. We all have. But the thing is, someone cultivate or accumulate more about the knee, for example, humans, then those people have more desire. And someone cultivate or accumulate more angry emotion, then they have more the angry emotion. That means very much related on the hell beings, hell realm. So that's where they all exist, internally exist in our human's body, in the channels, and between they are exist in this Mother Earth. And then outwardly, they are separately exist in different planets. So they are exist. And then only mind means if you become freedom from mind, I mean, if you are free, how to say freedom from mind, that means if you know all phenomena are mind, undoubtedly, you know clearly, yeah, you experience. And then the obstacles, sufferings arises, they cannot affect to you. For example, if you strongly angry emotion arise in your mind, and suddenly you can transform it into the mirror like wisdom. That means you are free from your mind, yeah? So Yes, at that time, whether these 6 realms exist, especially lower realms exist or no exist, it doesn't matter. Wherever you go, everything is pure. So pure land, wherever you live, that is your pure land. Yeah. So that's where, in the relative form, they are separately exist. In the ultimate level, they are over mind. That term over mind means paramajor wisdom.
Thank you, Khenpo. Okay, Khenpo, could you please answer a question for me in relation to Vajrakalaya teaching given by His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche? The teaching was on the perilous path of meditation, and Rinpoche was talking about overcoming afflictive emotions through the practice of meditation. He said that in Mahamudra we meditate on the hum syllable when an afflictive emotion arises. And he said that when an afflictive emotion arises, think of the hum and meditate on it, and then the emotion will go away. And it transforms it into a primordial wisdom by shattering the afflictive emotion into emptiness. My question is, does Rinpoche mean for us to meditate on the hung syllable when an afflictive emotion arises, or what the hum syllable represents, for example, the nature of the mind? So is the hung syllable recited like a mantra, or do I meditate on the true nature of the mind? Can you please explain what Rinpoche means and how you overcome afflictive emotions when they arise? What is the practice?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rinpoche mentioned often meditate on home syllable. So that means Rinpoche see we all the doctors of ourselves. That means over these afflictive emotions are disease, for example. When they occurs on our body or in our channels of in the mind, and then best medical treatment is home syllable. That Rinpoche mentioned experientially. Let us know, when Rinpoche meditated home syllable, then perhaps you think some think Rinpoche meditated home syllable means only during the Mahamudra meditation. But Rinpoche half his joke, but half true. He said, I go to the bathroom. That means sometimes he mentioned, I'm going to make hong. That means pee, urine or pee comes out because of his age is higher or old, so it's not easy in physically. But then at that time he meditated at home. It's control. So that means that in the Parjana Parimata text says, Chuna tamji jin den dumbitzel rapne. Dumbitzel means everything are related over attention. So, however, Rinpoche mentioned that meditate at home, that means we can remove many obstacles. Even sometimes, for example, if you are strongly attached to someone, if you are a lady, you have strong desire with the man. If you are a man, you have strong attached with the women. If you appear this man or woman's body, action, and then your desire or attachment more increase. But you focus home at that time. You don't want to particularly do many things, but you meditate on home, then this desire will disappear. This is actually Rinpoche's instruction. So he meditated in general, so it will greatly benefit. Of course, then they have strong suffering and other obstacles, meditate at home, and then it will remove all these obstacles. And then my answer is Rinpoche gave us this path instruction. Meditate at home. It's both way. In the relative truth, in the daily, this is daily practice. We try to remove those emotions. And also he mentioned this, we meditate at home means it's ultimate, Mahamudra. Right, you said that this home is represents of mind. Home is represent of Dharmakaya. Blue home, why this color is blue? Because blue is it's colorless. We say this blue sky is blue, but in the reality, in the space has no color. It's colorless. Yeah, so that's where. But dark blue is the cause of all the colors. So that's where everything appears from emptiness, but everything are emptiness means that. So when you meditate the essence of mind, you meditate at home. Slightly, if I try to say that how to meditate with home, this is important. For example, if I hit the gong, you say hong, and then hong, and then this sound gone, and then you don't want to hold hong, and then you just relax in the empty space or natural state of mind. As much as possible. And then other thoughts start to interrupt or arise. You acknowledge that and again, hum. That is one way. Other way is when I hit the gong, for example, hum. It's probably you create, yeah, hum. You say hum. And then you cannot disappear this hum. Hum is always in front of you in your mind. Then you start from this lower part of Hong, Shabju dissolve, Achung dissolve, Hong dissolve into the moon dissolve, sun, nada to the empty space. This is one way, different ways. The best thing is to go through this way and go into the Dharma Dhatu space. Other ways, only you hold Hong solidarily, then it's possible you have later fixate. But please don't misunderstand. If you are not this level, go to the Dharma Dhatu space, it's no problem. If you meditate at home, this is best. If you meditate at home, that means you meditate the essence of your mind. That means you meditate with your guru's mind. Your mind, guru's mind are same. Where are they? They are home syllable. My mind, your mind, Guru's mind are same. If they are same, where is the same? If we have to pointing out, that's home syllable. So that's where, home is like that. We go a little quickly. Those times running out.
No, very good. I think that was thorough, actually. So thank you very much, Khenpo. Okay, Khenpo. A question on karmic imprints. There were teachings talk about karmic imprints, and the ultimate question is, where are these imprints stored? Are they stored on our consciousness, our mind, our life force, or and is it just my own relative, my personal karma that is imprinted on me? Or is it also the karma of my ancestors imprinted on me as well? So in purifying my own karma, am I purifying just my karma or my parents and my ancestors' karma as well? If all sentient beings are at one point my mother, then does that mean my karma carries the karma of all sentient beings? And not just my karma from previous lives, but karma of all ancestors' karma, and thus all sentient beings. I often see that the way I think or act is very similar to my parents or my grandparents, and that means to me that I'm acting as they might have acted. And if I can change the negative, afflictive actions, or I can purify my negative or afflictive behaviors, then I am effectively changing or purifying the karma for not just myself in future lives, but my offspring, future generations as well. Is this how I should be thinking about this as far as my own karma? Can you explain a little bit more?
Yes, where is imprint on the mind or consciousness or life force something? Everywhere. For example, there is a water pond without ice. If the sun comes, sometimes the what is called like a smoking. What is called that? Evaporate. It comes. Yeah, and in the water getting warm, there's like a foggy. Yeah, kind of foggy. It comes up, and then if there is ice water on ice start to melt, still there are some foggies or ice vapor, water vapor that comes. And if there are a small ball inside has tea or something, sometimes getting warm, it start to comes this steam. Yeah, that comes. So that means everywhere has the imprint of liquid. Yeah, seed or liquid. Similarly, the imprint has the mind, consciousness, life force. Every all of them have imprint. Another example is if you have a flower, the seed of this the flower petals and or this branch, everything is related this dirt and seed of these flowers. That means that seed of flower has every imprint of all of these things. That's one way, and another one way means that, and then you say the actually karma, your kind of forefathers, your grandparents, and your parents' karma and your karma, there are collective karma. This is important. There is a collective karma means, for example, you are practice. Right now, our Buddhist, for example, our Buddhist Dharma practitioners who make gathering together, practice the same practice. Who do it? Who ask us to be gathering together and to do same thing? Nobody tell us. And also, why once we all have one favorite subject, for example, bodhicitta and compassion. Who asked to do that? Nobody asked. Welcome to do it, but we like it. That means we have a great collective karma. And the opposite of this is same like some places have many natural disasters. Nobody say these people should go area of natural disasters. Those people have to stay the very good area. Nobody says this is collective karma. In previous lives, created very similar karmas. So that's why in karma has different branches. So that's why you are generation of your grandparents. And it's possible, very similar, you have same karmas. Perhaps all your forefathers until you now, they all have a long life and so forth. many fortunate things. Perhaps since forefathers, you all have some obstacles. That means you created very similar karma. But if you purify your karma, it can purify others' karma or not. It cannot purify others' karmas. Because Nagarjuna said, karmic fruits were not ripened on the water, on the stones. Which means, who create karmic fruition, then that result were ripened only with that person. So that's why if you cannot purify your forefathers their own karma. But don't misunderstand. Actually, we often say that if we benefit others, it will greatly benefit. Then what is that? That means if they cultivated some karma, they must purify it. But we, for example, I purify my karma. If I purify my negative karma, then my paramodule wisdom appeared from my mind. My paramodule wisdom appeared from my mind. I will not create any negative karma. At the same time, I can teach them, I can show them how to cultivate good karma and how to reduce negative karma, how to purify negative karma. Through this way, we can greatly benefit. Otherwise, Buddha already purified all mother thinking beings' negative karma when he become enlightened. Then we don't have responsibilities. So that's why we can benefit greatly to them. And there's one thing, for example, if I don't know how much just makes sense. This if I am strongly attached one person, for example, and then if that person is a bodhisattva or something, then if after I die, still it has no virtue and still have virtue. There are two things. And if that is ordinary being and I'm ordinary being, if I strongly attached and if I will, after I die, and then it's possible I will take rebirth. Some, what is called the insect or some parasite in their body, yes. And then those people cultivate some non-virtues, then same get same experience, sufferings or so forth. So yeah, like there's, but now in briefly, quite hard to answer very clearly. We will discuss more when we have time. There are many ways to speak about karma. Okay, if I briefly talk something, perhaps it make confusion to you, but it's very important. Yeah, for me, I'm fine. I only consider about you guys. It's all okay. Good. Then
Yeah, if we can do 10 minutes, I just kind of want to follow up on this question a little bit more to try to help it make more sense. So you're talking about us personally, we can only purify our own karma. So and we have a collective karma. So where does purifying my personal karma intersect with I don't know if I can, but helping to purify collective karma, or maybe dedicating my practice for merit for collective karma to be purified?
Right. When we purify individual karma, then collective karma cannot directly purify collective karma, but it purifies some, which means it getting lose power of collective karma. For example, these 5 fingers comes together, it's very strong. But if I cut one finger or something, then some powers gone, reduce. Similarly, if there are 5 people have similar karma, they being together, they become very strong. The power is very strong. But among them, one person practice and reduce or purify that karma, then this collective karma is become as which is in front of the sun's ray. So it's very very soon start to melt. Similarly, when we purify individual karma, and this collective karma will reduce. But individual karma, we have to purify oneself. Does it make sense?
Yes, that's beautiful explanation. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Only one more, I think, very quick question here about Nunye practice. When I'm making a tormas out of the barley flour, can I discard barley flour on the white plate outdoors?
Oh yes.
Like
if you make that torma, yes, you bring it out. Don't keep it. So if you never mind, I will give you this background, the short story, female yaksha. So this is there is a female yaksha. There was a female yaksha. Then she have 500 children. So then she was strongly attached to her children. So that means she loved her children, but she kills many other families' children. Even one family has only one son, she kills. Her acted harmfully, and then Buddha noticed that, and then one day Buddha did Buddha steal other things? Actually, no, but he brought one son of her, and then he put under his begging bowl, and then she is not a human. That's where she is very much related, separate. She is a ghost. That's where then she searched her son above the earth, into the earth, even mountains, rivers, and villages, and then she searched underneath the earth, but she could not find it. And then finally, she searched everywhere except the area of Buddha's begging bowl. She could not find, right? And then she come to the Buddha, and then she asked about that and her problems and something. And then Buddha asked, "Oh, don't worry, because you have 500 children. So if you lost to only one son, it's no problem. Because some family has only one child, but you eat them." So then Buddha answered that. And then she said, "Oh, no, I'm so much suffering, lost my son." And she replied that. And then Buddha said, if you have 500 children, still you lost only a single child, still you have a kind of serious suffering. And then you think, you consider for others. Other family has only one child, then how much suffering if they lost that? You make think like that. And then she noticed her experience. Oh. And then Buddha said, if I give you back your son, then you should commitment, never harm others' children. And then she did commitment. And then Buddha opened his begging bowl, and Buddha gave back her son to her. Since from that time, Buddha said, of course she needs something to eat. Yeah, that's where then always you use torma. Yeah, that torma make and gave her, dedicate to her, and then she will satisfied. She don't need the others' life. So something like that. So that means she reduced her grasping. So then she don't. Since from that time she stopped to create negative karma, and Buddha created a great method to accumulate great merit for us. That's where we compassionately generate that. So you compassionately put that out of your house. Don't keep it, but don't forget to generate compassion. If you compassionately act, then it has a great benefit for you and others and her and so forth. Okay, is that all? That's all, yeah. Thank you so much. Wonderful questions. May benefit all of listeners and all mother thinking beings. And then let us dedicate together. Chancho sencho rinpo che ma je ba nan ji jer je ba nyam ba me ba ya gong ne gong de pe war shou.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time.